Hello students, here today we'll discuss the term polynomials. See here the term polynomials for class 9 in chapter 2. Before attempting the exercises, first of all we'll learn about what is polynomials. Now you see, I'll discuss what is polynomial. Polynomial is what? An algebraic expression of the form px, say the name of this polynomial is px, an x to the power n plus a n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus dot dot dot, like that. So many terms are there, plus a1, that is x plus a naught, that is a to the a0. This n minus 1, then 1 and a naught we are writing as a subscript of this constant term. Clear? So here I am discussing that where a naught, a1, a2 dot 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 an are real numbers. Real numbers in the sense you have seen in the previous chapter that can be any rational or irrational numbers, and an is equal to 0 because an must be not equal to 0, because if it gets 0 then whole things will become 0 here, and these things will become, if it is 0 then this all will come negative. The power must be a positive integers, power of this variable, that means which are unknown to you, x to the power n minus 1, these are constant terms, where I have discussed n being a positive integer is called a polynomial in the variable x. So we have written this polynomial in terms of the variable x. Clear? And here this an x to the power n comma an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 dot 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 a1x comma a naught are the terms of the polynomial. Clear? N an, this an minus 1 a1 a naught, actually these are actually the coefficients of the given variable. So this is the actual definition of the polynomial. So always remember, when you see the power of the variables involved in any algebraic expression, positive integers, coefficients of the variable can be any rational or irrational number, that not matters. So that can be any real numbers. So looking on that, we can predict which algebraic expressions are polynomial. So we can say that all algebraic expressions, that means, are polynomial if the powers of the variables are positive integers. But all polynomials are algebraic expressions, but all algebraic expressions not necessary to be a polynomial, because if the powers of the variables are not positive integers, if you get it as a negative integers or any fraction, then you cannot say that that is a polynomial. Clear? So when you will see in the exercise problem, some problems deals with this polynomial, you will understand it better. But here you have to know some terms, that I am discussing here. Constant. What is constant? The symbol which has a fixed numerical value is called a constant. Just you have seen. So instead of here a naught, a to the power n, an minus 1, any value can be there. 7, like this, for example 7, clear, minus 5, 3 by 7, these are actually constant term. And variable, actually what? The symbol which assumes different values in different situations. So when in different situation the symbol will assume different values, then that is called a variable. So that's why we have considered here x as a variable. So in different situations, if they assume different value, then we call it as a variable. For example, area of a circle having radius r, area is equal to pi r square. You know, pi is a constant value, it's an irrational number. Clear? So r here is a variable, or a is a variable. So that one will, they will change according to their radius. Clear? This area. That's why we can consider that a and r will be your variables. Like in the circumference of a circle that we have seen, circumference means the total bounding length of a circle. That is called circumference. Clear? So suppose if you draw a circle, this bounding length is what this bounding length is called is circumference. So that is equal to 2 pi r. So 2 is constant number, pi is also constant number. Here r is your variable. So that way we consider that these are the variable. So and these terms you have to know. And algebraic expression, just I told you, just these are the terms you have to know. That's why I'm explaining this term. The combination of constants, variables by the use of some all operations like plus, minus, into, and here divide is called an algebraic expression. So when we write any algebraic expression operating with any sign, like here 3 plus 7x minus 5x square xy square plus 5yxy. So this is an algebraic expression. Being an algebraic expression, we can say this one as it's also a polynomial because the power of the variable here positive integers, but different two variables we are getting here, x and y. Clear? Not in one variable. Here we are getting two variables. Anyway, you understood. But in general sense, we can say that a polynomial expression, an algebraic expression is called a polynomial if the variables involved have only non-negative integral powers. Variables involved in it should be non-negative integral powers. Clear? That is positive integers like 7x to the power 3, 7x cube minus 5x square plus your 6x minus 9 is a polynomial in one variable x. You see, power of this variable x 3 and here 2, x to the power nothing means 1. Here x to the nothing, x is not there, that is x to the power 0. Clear? So that means this is a polynomial. Here the constant terms are 7 minus 5, plus 6 minus 9, and these are the variables. So that's why this is a your an algebraic expression which is a polynomial. Now terms already I have discussed, I will not discuss it anymore. Now the degree of a polynomial. So when we say degree, you understand the highest power of the variable. Say here x to the power 3, x to the power 2, x to the power 1, here x to the power 0. So among all these x, clear, the highest power is here 3, which one we write as exponent. So that is the highest of 3, 2, 1, 0. So highest power is 3. So we can say that the degree of this polynomial will be 3. So that's why degree is what? Actually the highest power of the variable is called the degree of the polynomial. Remember the definitions. Clear? What is the degree of the polynomial? The highest, I'm repeating it once again, the highest power of the variable is called the degree of the polynomial. Clear? So this is actually your degree. Now actually types of polynomials also we'll get. So what are these types of polynomial? We get zero polynomial in the sense a polynomial which consists of 0 only is called a zero polynomial. Clear? So the degree of a zero polynomial is not defined. Remember, this is a very important term. The degree of a zero polynomial is not defined. So that is undefined. Clear? So zero polynomial is one, a polynomial which consists of 0 only. Clear? So is called a zero polynomial. That means that contains only 0. Clear? So then that's why we say the degree of that polynomial will be your undefined. So remember that. Then constant polynomial already I have discussed. I'm not going to discuss it anymore. So we can say that another thing, the degree of a non-zero constant, if it is not a zero, actually if it is not a zero polynomial, the non-constant polynomial degree of that non-constant polynomial always will be 0. Remember, this is also important point. The degree of a non-zero constant polynomial may be suppose 5, 10, 100. If I say what is the degree of that polynomial, then you have to say the 0. Say suppose if I say 5, 5. This is also polynomial we can consider. So if I say what is the degree of this polynomial, you will say the degree is 0. Clear? And the degree of a 0 polynomial always you write undefined. Clear? So now you have understood the what is degree. Now based on that we can write actually the type of this polynomial also. Linear polynomial. If you get a polynomial of degree 1, if degree 1, when you get the polynomial of degree 1, clear, then that is called a linear polynomial. Like you see here, 5x plus 7, x to the power 1 plus x to the power 0, nothing is there, you just assume it as x to the power 0, because any value to the x to the power 0 is equal to 1, so that remains in understood form. Clear? So that's why we call it as a linear polynomial. Highest power is 1. Like then quadratic polynomial, a polynomial of degree 2. So when you get the polynomial of degree 2, that is your quadratic polynomial. Like here y is y to the power 2 plus 2 by 3 y plus 7. So 2 1 0. So highest power is 2 here. So that's why the degree of this polynomial will be 2. Then cubic polynomial. What is cubic polynomial? A polynomial of degree 3. Clear? A polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. So remember the types of this polynomial. So linear, quadratic, cubic, and the last one we consider the biquadratic polynomial. So biquadratic means a polynomial of degree 4. So when the degree of a polynomial you get 4, then directly you can say that is a biquadratic polynomial. So depending on the degree of this polynomial, you can name it out which polynomial is this: linear, quadratic, cubic, or biquadratic. Clear? So here the degree is 4, 3, 2. I mean not degree, power, x to the power 4, x to the power 3, x to the power 2, x to the power 1, x to the power 0. So in this polynomial, the highest power is 4. So that's why the degree of this polynomial is 4. And being 4 degree, the name of this polynomial is, we call it biquadratic polynomial. Clear? So this is about your polynomial. Now the number of terms in a polynomial. So by looking on the number of terms, also we can classify the polynomial. What type of polynomial is this? Whether it is monomial, binomial, trinomial. So if a polynomial has one non-zero term, that is called monomial. Remember, if it has a one term, non-zero term, then that polynomial is called monomial. Like 7, 9x, 1 by 7xy. These are some examples given. So these are your monomial. Clear? And binomial is what? Binomial in the sense we understand two terms. So a polynomial which has two non-zero terms. Non-zero, you understand, not zero. So it's called binomial. Like 5 plus 7x. So 1, 2. So that's why this is a binomial. X minus 7y, binomial. Two term, 1, 2. Like 3x square y plus 2xy. This is also a binomial. So these are some examples given. Clear? So and a polynomial which has three non-zero terms, that is called trinomial. So when you will get three non-zero terms, that is called trinomials. For example, you see 5, 7x, x square. So it has three terms, that's why it is called trinomial. Now you see xy square, 7xy square minus 5xy plus 3x. So 1, 2, 3. So that's why this is also known as trinomial. So here like that, so many examples just I'm giving you. Just learn all these things so that in the next video I'll show you the exercise problem. Clear? So this is about your introduction on polynomials. Clear? Leave it up to this much.